She found herself crying in the office bathroom for the fourth time that week, mascara streaming down her face as she replayed Marcus telling the entire engineering team that her promotion was diversity hiring gone wrong. But as she stared at her reflection in that fluorescent lit mirror, something shifted. The woman who walked out of that bathroom 3 minutes later would systematically dismantle everything Marcus had built, using his own weapons against him. Before we dive into exactly how one moment of clarity in a corporate bathroom became the foundation of the most calculated revenge in Silicon Valley history, please take a moment to hit that like button and subscribe. Because what you're about to witness isn't just another workplace story, it's a masterclass in how patience, documentation, and strategic thinking can transform a victim into the person holding all the power. Her name was Sarah Chen, and 18 months earlier, she had joined Apex Engineering as a senior systems analyst with a PhD from MIT and patents in automated manufacturing processes. She was brilliant, methodical, and naive enough to believe that competence would speak for itself in the corporate world. Marcus Webb had been waiting for someone exactly like her. As department head, he had perfected the art of stealing credit while maintaining plausible deniability. When Sarah presented innovative solutions in team meetings, he would dismiss them as interesting but impractical. Then, weeks later, he would present nearly identical concepts as his own breakthroughs to upper management. The harassment began subtly: comments about her communication style during presentations, suggestions that she might be more comfortable in support roles rather than leadership positions, questions about whether she was really committed to the demanding culture of engineering excellence. Sarah documented everything: every email, every meeting, every casual hallway comment that made her stomach clench with humiliation. She created a detailed chronology of incidents, cross-referenced with witnesses, timestamps, and outcomes. What she was building wasn't just evidence, it was ammunition. The bathroom breakdown happened on the day Marcus announced that her revolutionary automation protocol would be refined by the male engineers before implementation. As she sat in that stall, listening to her own quiet sobs echo off the tile walls, she realized something profound. She wasn't crying because she was weak. She was crying because she had been playing by rules that were designed to ensure her failure. When she emerged from that bathroom, Sarah Chen was no longer just documenting harassment. She was orchestrating a takeover. Her first move was seemingly innocent. She began copying key stakeholders on her email responses to Marcus's assignments, creating a paper trail that showed her original contributions alongside his later improvements. She started scheduling brief one-on-one meetings with senior engineers, ostensibly to gather feedback, but actually to plant seeds of doubt about Marcus's technical competence. The breakthrough came when she discovered that Marcus had been systematically underreporting her contributions in project documentation while inflating his own role. More damaging, he had been billing clients for work she had completed while claiming credit for innovations that were entirely her intellectual property. Sarah spent 3 months quietly building relationships with Apex's biggest clients, positioning herself as the technical expert they should contact directly rather than going through Marcus. When clients began specifically requesting her involvement in meetings and implementations, Marcus found himself increasingly marginalized from his own department. The final phase of her strategy was elegant in its simplicity. She documented 18 months of intellectual property theft, client relationship manipulation, and systematic harassment in a comprehensive presentation. But instead of taking it to HR or filing a lawsuit, she took it directly to Apex's board of directors during their quarterly review. The presentation lasted 47 minutes. By the end, 3 board members were asking pointed questions about Marcus's actual contributions to the department's success. Within a week, an independent investigation confirmed everything Sarah had documented. Marcus was terminated for cause, forfeiting his severance package and facing potential legal action for intellectual property violations. Sarah was promoted to department head with a 60% salary increase and equity participation. But she wasn't finished. Over the next year, she systematically recruited the most talented engineers from competing firms, building a team that generated more innovative patents in 12 months than the department had produced in the previous 5 years. Her success caught the attention of venture capital firms looking for technical leaders with proven track records. When Nexus Ventures offered her the CEO position at a startup focused on automated manufacturing, she accepted immediately. Her first hire was three of Apex's best engineers, including two who had witnessed Marcus's harassment campaigns. Within 6 months, her new company had secured contracts with two of Apex's largest clients. The revenge was complete when Apex's board contacted her 18 months later, asking if she would consider returning as chief technology officer to help save the struggling engineering division. She politely declined, noting that her current responsibilities as CEO of a rapidly growing company made such opportunities impractical. Marcus Webb, meanwhile, found that his reputation in the industry had been quietly but thoroughly destroyed. The network of professionals who had witnessed his behavior at Apex proved surprisingly willing to share their experiences during reference checks. His career never recovered. Sarah's story spread through Silicon Valley as a cautionary tale about underestimating brilliant women and the long-term consequences of toxic leadership. She became known not just as a successful CEO, but as someone who had transformed systemic harassment into systematic success. 3 years after that bathroom breakdown, Sarah Chen was featured on the cover of Tech Leadership magazine as the CEO who built her empire on evidence. The article detailed how her methodical approach to documenting workplace abuse had evolved into a management philosophy that prioritized transparency, accountability, and measurable results. In interviews, she rarely mentioned Marcus Webb by name. When asked about overcoming workplace challenges, she would simply say that the best revenge against people who underestimate you is proving them wrong through sustained excellence. But those who knew the full story understood that her success represented something deeper than personal vindication. It was proof that patience, intelligence, and strategic thinking could triumph over systems designed to suppress them. The woman who had once cried in a corporate bathroom had become the person other people wanted to work for, learn from, and emulate. And perhaps that transformation from victim to leader was the most satisfying revenge of all. If this story inspired you, or if you've experienced similar challenges in your own career, please share your thoughts in the comments below. Sometimes the most powerful response to workplace injustice is building something better and proving that talent, properly supported, always finds a way to rise.